8 o'clock p.m., session 1. This is Blair at the picnic table base camp. Is there anybody here right now with me? I come in peace and I mean no disrespect. Is there anyone here with me right now? If so, I'd really like to communicate with you. I have a couple of different devices here that you can talk to me through. On the table over there, that little black thing with the red light, you can talk into that. When I play it back later, I can hear you. There's also a microphone on the stand there. If you talk into that, I can hear you. A really bloody battle took place here in the Civil War. A lot of people were killed. Are any of you around here right now? Can you communicate with me? Did it hurt when you got shot with those muskets? What's your name? Note there's a car in the background, engine running. Were you with the Union Army or were you one of the Confederate soldiers? I'll bet it must have been scary hiding down here in foxholes and having a shootout. Cannons fire going off and muskets firing. I think I would have been pretty scared. I bet you it took a lot of bravery to do that. How old are you? Or how old were you when you were killed here? Were you using one of the cannons, or were you just there firing your musket? You do know that you're dead, right? Were you married? Did you have a wife or any children? You don't have to be afraid of me. You can come out and talk with me. I'm harmless. I can't hurt you. If you don't feel like talking, can you make some footsteps walking through the dirt and the ground? So what do you do here? Do you just stay here, hang out here? Are you trapped here? Can you not leave? Did you die right away, or did you suffer? Or maybe there's someone here that wasn't from the Civil War. I mean, I'm willing to talk to anybody. I'd like to hear your story. You know, if you have a story to tell, this is your chance. You can communicate with me and tell me all about it. I'm listening. Can you make a sound? Any old sound will do. Don't be shy. Nothing to be afraid of. Note there was some laughing coming from a ways away at another campsite. Are you a male or a female? I'm sure if you're from the Civil War, you're probably a male. I know they didn't have female soldiers. So what's it like being in war? Having the fear that any minute now you could be shot and killed or tortured. I imagine that's got to be freaky. Pretty scary. If you had to do it all over again, would you do it? Or would you run? I'm curious what you do out here. You just linger around this area? You ever try to scare people that are camping down here? Maybe you'd like to try and scare me. Not that I'm trying to challenge you to a fight or anything, don't get me wrong, but really would be a trip if I could hear something or see something right now. Can you appear before me? That unit over there with the bright lights, that's a video camera, and it's recording right now. You can walk in front of the camera if you like. Maybe walk over here and sit down next to me. Plenty of room. Was that you? I just heard something in the tree. If it was you, can you do it again? I heard that. Can you make a knocking sound? Here, I'll do it with my hand like this. Can you do that? I heard that. So what's your name? I heard you make that knocking sound. So I guess I have your attention. Don't worry, I come in peace. I mean no harm. I don't mean any disrespect. I just want to hear your story. Can you tell me, were you a Confederate soldier or a Union soldier in the Civil War? Can you make footsteps on the ground? I know you're here. I know I got your attention because when I asked you to make that noise in the tree again, you did. And then when I knocked and asked you if you could knock, I heard you knock. Sounded like you knocked on that table over there. Can you try to talk to me now? Can you say something? Did you get to fire one of the cannons here during the war, or were you just, the only weapon you had was your musket? Can you walk in front of that light over there? That's a video camera. It shoots moving pictures just like a film or a movie. If you could walk in front of the lights over there, I sure would like to see you on camera. I mean, I won't be able to see it now, but later when we play the video back, we will. Or, like I said, if you'd like to come over here and sit on the bench right next to me, I really would like to hear your story. How about if we try that knocking thing again? Can you knock? Here, I'll do it. Can you do it now, please? Do people ever make you mad when they come down here to camp? You ever get any disrespectful people around here that make you mad? Are you a native of this area? Were you born here in Alabama? Or are you from another state? I know this place has a lot of spirits and souls around here. A lot of other people have caught them in pictures, on audio. This whole property around here is a hot spot for paranormal activity, for ghosts. I know up the hill there, up at the museum, they've caught a lot of interesting stuff up there. And I've talked to some people that have stayed down here and say that they got voices on the recorder, what we call EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, where even though we may not be able to hear you with our naked ears, you can talk and the tape recorders will pick you up. And of course we can hear that later when we play the recordings back. Was that you? Did you just make that thump? Can you do it again? It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just you and me here. The other 3 people in my party have left for a while. They went up there by where the foxholes and the gun pits are at. See if they could communicate with anybody there. Okay, I just heard that sound too. Can you talk? What's your name? Everybody has a name, and I know you have one too. What is your name? Do dead people sleep? Do you sleep, or are you just awake all the time and linger? sure is a nice night out tonight. Not too hot, not too cold. I think it would be really neat if you could manifest right here in front of me. If I could see you standing here. Are you behind me? Okay, I heard that thump again. Over there by the microphone, by the table. Can you do it again? Okay, I thought I just heard a voice just now. It was either that or it was a bug humming in front of the microphone. If that was you, could you try to speak to me again, please? What year were you born? What year did you die? Did you die here at the Battle of Days Gap? Hog Mountain? I think there were like 90 some odd soldiers killed here that day. Are you buried around here? I bet there's probably a lot of unmarked graves around these here parts. Can you talk to me? Come on, go ahead and try and speak right now. I'm listening. When you died, did you see a white light? Are you afraid to tell me, or? Did you go into that light? I thought I just heard something over there, right where I'm shining my light. Are you over there? Here, I'll turn my light back off again. I'll bet it was tough fighting a war back in those days, you know, because those muskets, you only had one shot, and then you had to reload, and that took a minute or so. I'll bet you it was really tough fighting a war with a musket. You know, nowadays they have guns that will hold anywhere from 6 to 100 rounds of ammunition, and you can just fire one right after the other. It was shortly about the time of the Civil War or so when those kind of guns really came in popular. Might have been a little bit before the Civil War. That would have been the kind of guns for you guys to have. It sure is a nice night out tonight. We're having some nice weather. Were you drafted into the Army, or did you volunteer? How many of you are here? Is there just one person, or is there more than one?
Hey Blair, we're coming back.
Scared me. Copy. Okay, well the rest of my team is coming back now, so I guess I'll end this session for now. The time is 8:35 p.m. and this is the end of the first session at camp.